Audie Murphy was born on June 20, 1925, in Kingston, Texas, into a family struggling to survive during the Great Depression. As the seventh of 12 children, he grew up in a world of hard labor and constant uncertainty. His father left when Audie was young, and his mother died when he was just 16. With only a fifth-grade education and a heavy burden on his shoulders, he quit school to take odd jobs and support his younger siblings. Those early years of hardship shaped him into a person of responsibility, resilience, and quiet strength, qualities that would define his entire life. The soldier nobody expected. Audie Murphy was small in stature, only about 5'5", and barely over 110 pounds, so when he tried to enlist in the Navy and Marine Corps, he was rejected for being too small. But he didn't let that stop him. In 1942, he joined the US Army and soon proved that courage isn't measured in height. Murphy served in campaigns across North Africa, Italy, France and Germany, and quickly gained a reputation for bravery and leadership. On January 26, 1945, near Holzemüller, France, Murphy performed a feat of extraordinary courage. Despite being wounded and vastly outnumbered, he held off an entire company of German soldiers for over an hour. Climbing onto a burning tank destroyer, he used its machine gun to fight back while directing artillery strikes, an act of valor that earned him the Medal of Honor at just 19 years old. By the end of World War II, Murphy had received 33 awards and decorations, making him the most decorated American soldier of the war. Returning home carrying invisible scars. When Murphy returned to the United States, he was celebrated as a hero. Yet the war had left deep emotional scars. What was then called battle fatigue is now recognized as PTSD. He struggled with the memories of what he had seen and done, and he became one of the earliest public figures to speak openly about the emotional toll of combat. His willingness to speak honestly about his struggles helped bring attention to veterans' mental health long before it became a widespread conversation. From soldier to Hollywood star, Murphy eventually moved into acting and starred in more than 40 films, often playing roles in war dramas and westerns. His most famous film, To Hell and Back, 1955, was a biographical movie based on his own memoir. In a rare and powerful choice, Murphy played himself, recreating his wartime experiences on screen. The film was a major success and cemented his status as both a war hero and a Hollywood star. Despite his fame, Murphy never saw himself as a great actor. He approached his work with humility, always grounded by the values that shaped him as a boy. Beyond acting, he also wrote songs and saw some of his country and Western music recorded by notable artists of the time. The Western years and growing influence. Throughout the late 1950s and early 1960s, Murphy became a familiar face in Western films, acting alongside major stars and working with influential writers and directors. He showed a willingness to explore different roles and take on challenging projects, even venturing into international filming and television appearances. His work in the early 1960s also included contributions to the US Army's The Big Picture series, where he appeared in episodes showcasing military life and technology. This period highlighted Murphy's continuing dedication to the country he served, as well as his desire to stay connected to the military community, a personal life marked by love and struggle. Murphy's personal life was complicated, shaped by the same emotional wounds that followed him from the war. In 1949, he married actress Wanda Hendricks, but the marriage lasted only 2 years. The pressures of public life and Murphy's inner battles contributed to the relationship's breakdown. Just 4 days after the divorce, Murphy married Pamela Opal Lee Archer, a former airline stewardess whose calm nature offered him a sense of stability he desperately needed. Together they had 2 sons, Terry Michael and James Shannon. Pamela remained a steady presence in Murphy's life, offering support and love during the difficult moments that followed. And the mystery of his death. For decades, the circumstances surrounding Audie Murphy's death have remained a topic of speculation and uncertainty. On May 28, 1971, Murphy died in a plane crash near Brush Mountain in Virginia. He was only 45 years old. The official report attributed the crash to poor visibility and pilot error. The tragic event seemed straightforward, but many details surrounding the accident left lingering questions. Over the years, rumors and theories emerged, some fueled by the public's fascination with Murphy's extraordinary life, others by the mystery that surrounded the crash. But the truth is, much of what was said remained unverified, and the lack of clear answers only deepened the sense of loss. A darker understanding, yet still uncertain. Recently, renewed investigation into the crash has brought new attention to the case, including modern forensic analysis and interviews with people connected to the event. Some findings suggest that the crash may not have been as simple as originally reported. These discoveries have raised difficult questions, but they have not produced a single, definitive conclusion. What is clear, however, is that Murphy's death continues to haunt the public imagination because his life was so much more than a story of war and fame. He was a man who lived at the center of some of America's most dramatic moments, and his passing still feels too sudden, too tragic, too unfinished. The legacy of a true American hero. Audie Murphy's legacy is not defined by the mystery surrounding his death, but by the life he lived. He rose from poverty to become one of the most decorated soldiers in history. He survived unimaginable trauma and still found a way to give back, through acting, songwriting, and speaking openly about the struggles of veterans. His story is one of courage and vulnerability, strength and humanity. Even today, his life reminds us that heroes are not perfect people. They are ordinary individuals who choose to keep going, even when the world tries to break them. Audie Murphy remains a symbol of resilience, and his story continues to inspire those who face their own battles, seen and unseen.